Hello and welcome to this episode of Storm King's Thunder. My name is John Godebed. I am Final Boss Fights GM for this campaign. We rejoin the action as the missing Morkoth has been spotted from the castle.
Oh. Oh, yo, I didn't even see that at first. That's wild.
Looks like a Furby with arms and legs.
Don't say that. Furbies haunt my dreams.
Remember that Furby that we saw at the panel, guys? Well, not at the table.
The
at
giant, the long Furby, yeah.
The long Furby giant.
Long
So
Furby.
Okay.
I'm
so-
back. Do not mention that cuss shit in our Christian stream ever again.
Um,
No, we're on a Christian server.
Milo, come have a look and tube. You just stay there driving. Yeah. Milo, come.
Okay.
So you can see the forward stabilizing fin is above water, cutting through the water in front of the ship, while a number of tentacles drag below the water at the back of the ship.
What a beautiful ship. What amazing craftsmanship.
I agree.
Yago just starts writing things down.
How much of it rankles me because I know ships and that look wrong to me.
It doesn't look like any ship you've ever seen.
Yeah, that ship looks wrong to me.
It looks unique, basically.
It looks evil.
It is designed to cut through water. It looks, by the way, it's just
It's
going through
designed.
glide.
It's designed to cut through ships.
Ships as well.
That ship is designed to cut through anything in its path. It is wrong.
Well, it's a good thing that we've got a massive flying castle.
Cheers.
There we go. So what do we do? Do we blow?
Something Keris like wants to get on that.
If it's the giant
Yeah,
being
but-
strapped on there, is that who I think it is? Is that Hekaton himself?
You don't know what he looks like, but that is definitely a cloud giant.
Storm.
That is
Storm.
definitely a storm giant.
Kyros, with this ship, does it have a lot of armor? I can see by the design. What do you think?
That ship looks very well protected, and if that is a live squid underneath it, that will take down any ship that comes to it even before it gets there. Going from the side, a full-on attack would not work.
But we are upstairs. We are upstairs in a ship of our own.
Yes.
We've
And
got
they-
some. What they got?
If we get too close, they will see us. They will see us.
Hmm.
If we're going to get onto that ship, we need to get on there without attracting too much attention.
We could land on it.
Right on top.
Can I turn to Borrowed and say, how long before the Griffins are ready?
Well, I haven't fed them yet. So give me like 2 seconds to go and do that.
Can I give it
And I'll
a
get
try? and
right
help you
back.
out? Can I help you?
If we have means of getting on there undetected, we should use them.
As Milo, have we got teleportation?
No, I can't seem to really make up a really good teleportation, except for the dimension door, but that's not even going to be good.
Looks like we were going by air. Hopefully,
Well, it's
and we've got Fenfip as well.
Ooh, yes. We could just drag him down to the thing.
Fenfip can turn into a rock, and that would be very advantageous.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Can-
Guys,
John, I was gonna say, can
Yeah.
John, if Fenfip turns into a rock, does that mean he can cast electric attacks? Because a rock is electric.
No.
It's called the Thunderbird for a reason.
That's
Yes,
fair.
because when it cries, it sounds like thunder.
Yeah. Also, guys, I know I've only been here for an hour, but I actually need to go.
Oh.
Why? What?
It's just for this week. Just something came up.
Are you cheating on us with another D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Are you cheating on us
All of the-
on a boy? Are you going?
all of
are you going
the
on a date?
D&Ds. All of the D&D.
I'm
All
not
the-
cheating with another D&D. I literally something
How
else came up. I
could
need to
you?
do.
Just everybody.
Yeah, but I'll see you guys next week.
How
Not next
could
week, the week after.
Just go. Just go.
Bye.
Get lost.
Bye.
Bye, Amy.
Bye.
Right. Who?
Well-
Right. just slap Hector over the head. Okay.
Okay, Borrowed. Do you want to check the griffins?
I would love to check the griffins.
Everyone, whilst I was, over the 2 weeks, I've been sharpening everyone's blades, and I've got some other weapons if you need them. Kyros, borrowed. Milo, do you need do you need some weapons?
I just sort of, Boro just sort of like claps his hands together and then just extends his hands, and just a perfectly sharpened longsword comes into being.
I have
Show
a quarter
off.
staff. I'm good.
I just look at it, just show off.
I just
Alright.
And then
I
I
only
collapse
have
it
a
again
staff.
and do the same thing, and it's a bow. And I collapse it again, and I reopen it, and it's a quarterstaff. And I collapse it again. And that's
Right. Okay, I get it. Don't show off, right? Kyros, so you're alright. You need a weapon. You just see Kyros just.
Kira's just like pulls his axe from behind his back and goes, "I think this is sharp enough, thank you." And he makes he makes it all like lightning play across the blade.
Oh. You guys and your magic weapons. Ugh.
I just
Weapon-
have a
the
staff.
weapon isn't
but
magic.
it's small. Yeah, Cole, you could just literally see like the staff that Milo has, and it's like so tiny. This
I
is
kn-
how tall he is.
Like, that's a very tiny. That's you're right with that stuff.
Yeah, that's where I get my magic from.
Hector, like I was sharpening Hector's sword. I've given Hector his sword. Chubbs has got her sword as well.
I don't exactly have any kind of other but the quarter staff.
Let me go and put on my armor. And I'm gonna go downstairs to the black.
Milo, you have the mightiest weapon of all. The most intelligence in the party.
I have intelligence. I have intelligence. Let's face again. Yeah, but
Okay, borrowed.
Hi.
Can you make me 4 animal handling checks?
Yes, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So feeding the griffins today, you throw in the slaughtered horse meat to them, and from this you think that 2 of them are definitely ready to saddle up and ride. One of them you'll probably get away with, but it might cause you some issues. And one of them definitely you're not ready to let out of the cage just yet.
Yeah, I didn't think Hellwing would be like
I'm just
Hellwing
gonna
would
do
be
this
ready.
for
For
you.
it.
How many would we
So-
need?
Well, if Fentwick can get himself down there,
Can Milo? Can you get yourself
Milo
down there?
can ride with. Milo can
Milo's only a little one. He can ride with.
ride with me.
I don't mind that. That's good.
I can double up with Sir Hector.
And then Yaghol.
Sorry, just remind me.
Yaghol can go with Fenfic.
Did you say Acrorus was coming with us on this?
He can do, but he was mostly just looking to swim in the sea rather than actually get involved in fighting.
Oh, that's fair. I'll leave it up to him then if he wants to come. That's okay. Okay.
So who's going with who again? Let me just get this rundown.
So Milo and Borrowed,
Okay.
and then Hector and Keros, and then Fentwick and Yaghol.
What about Chupa?
I think Chupa should stay on the ship. Just to,
No,
make
we
sure
need
it doesn't
Chupa for-
drift off without us.
We need Chupa for her boobs. I mean, her sword.
Wow.
Ugh.
Can we swap Yaga with Chupa?
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, the burn. I'm actually getting pretty nervous, guys.
So, Thunderplume and Demon Feathers are the ones that are good to go. Silverbill is still a little iffy. I'm not going to risk it. And Hellwings is being stubborn as always.
Interesting names you give those guys.
Well, no one else. They didn't have names before. And Hellwings has always been stubborn.
Hence the name. Hence the name, I guess.
Also, he's like hell on wings. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Okay, so you can mount up. You've got saddles for them. You picked up saddles for them back in Yatar.
Yep.
And you pair up on the griffins.
Are we going in stealthy or are we going in all guns blazing?
I would recommend the stealthy approach.
Then I don't know what I'm turning into then. Because I can't carry Yaghol on something small and stealthy. I can only do it on something big and fuck off.
Have you giant owls, I believe?
I've not seen a giant owl.
You haven't seen a giant owl.
Can you describe it to him so he can picture it?
Doesn't work
They're
that
kind of
way,
like
I'm afraid.
owls. They're kind of like owls, but a shit ton bigger.
It unfortunately doesn't work that way. He can do owl, because I'm fairly certain we've said he's seen an owl.
I've seen an owl, yeah.
But it doesn't just work to scale that up, unfortunately.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Similarly, actually, before you plan too much plans,
Go on, John. I was going to say something before.
Milo,
Yes.
take a look at Shape Changer.
Ooh. Wait. Ooh, wait.
Oh.
Wait, the spell or the ability?
The ability
says-
that Milo has.
The ability is that I can cast a polymorph without having to expend a spell, but it's only on my.
Oh. That's cool shit.
So Milo can transform into a beast whose challenge rating is 1 or lower without casting a spell.
What's a 1 or lower? Can't tell what.
You know what has a challenge rating of 1 or lower?
Can it be any? Is it any monster? Not just. It's not restricted. Flying is allowed, isn't it?
Flying is allowed.
You know what has a challenge rating of 0? A vulture.
But so I might do that then, make it easier. It felt like someone's in the wind.
Oh, I don't know. I've got stuff coming through from Jeff, from Michael.
Oh, is that for me?
I don't know.
Is it muffling?
Might be
Yeah.
like a windy sound.
Oh, that's my fan. That is. I turn it towards me. Let me turn it around. Is that better?
Yeah.
Me again. Just looking at the monster list. Giant eagle.
Yeah, there's a giant eagle. There's a level 1.
It's a challenge rating 1.
Is a giant
probably a
owl
giant
challenge
eagle.
rating 1?
Let's have a look.
Can I be a giant owl? Robin.
Because this would be an easy way for Fenwick to get it.
Giant owl is a quarter.
Hey.
So yeah, you can turn into a giant owl.
It's a giant robin.
It's not a thing, unfortunately.
Dire robins, however.
Dire.
So Tanny, Milo could turn into a giant owl, and one, that would mark off that Fenwick has seen one, but also then you could be, you could use that form to ferry some people in
Ah.
without it casting a spell slot or a use of wild shape.
Yeah.
If that's the thing you want to do, that you know that you can do, that I'm just reminding you of, because remembering things you've got, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. I might polymorph this time. Go down there, but I'm assuming someone want to ride. Yeah, I might go. I might
So,
do that.
who needs rides?
Well,
I can get myself down there, and if I could turn into a giant thing, I can take someone else. But if I'm not taking anyone else, I can turn into something
A
small.
regular-sized thing and be stealthy.
Yeah.
well, we've got 2.
Bye, J.R. Delmice. See you next time. Good night.
We have 2 griffins, Thunderplume and Demon Feathers. So that's at least 2 spaces to basically, like, you know, per griffin, so it can fit 4 people, or 4 medium-sized people anyway. So that can cover myself, Karos, Yaghol, and Fenthwick, and, well, Fenthwick if he doesn't want to polymorph.
Well, I can beast shape into
Yeah.
multiple relatively large things that could carry a person if necessary, but I need to know whether I'm carrying a person or not. Been able to determine.
It's really quite funny since Hector's technically size category small. Wow, that's big.
Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
Keros took his steroids this morning.
He did. Flare can technically carry.
I'm telling you that that sparring session with the water elemental does wonders for you.
Sorry.
So wait, you're saying Flare can carry Hector?
Yes, Flare is technically a medium creature.
Oh boy.
Hector counts as the size category of small. Therefore, Hector can either ride or
Be carried by.
carry. What?
So Jeff, does Keros have dark vision?
I don't believe he does.
Cool.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, where's your nameplate gone? Come on, let me see that. Okay.
Music in the background.
It's the band we're flying over.
It's those bards in that metal balloon.
It's the wrong song for them.
Ah, true.
So who's going with whom and where?
I'll take. I think those who can't fly are taking a griffin, and Fenthwick and Milo are flying down by themselves.
I'm good with that.
Milo's carrying Fenthwick, or Fenthwick's carrying Milo, however it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you okay with Hector and where's Yaghol?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Oh,
I've gone into my my smithy. I'm here.
didn't account for Chupa. Chupa's gonna have to be carried by someone.
I'm back.
Okay, so either Chupa can ride down on, or you leave Chupa on the ship. That's up to you.
Well, we have we have 2 other out-of-character NPCs on the ship, don't we?
Yes.
Between Fenthwick's mom and Milo's teacher.
Fenthwick's mum and Remus, yes.
Yes.
It's not technically Rebus is not the teacher. He's just basically part of the guild and just helps out.
Oh, okay.
So they can look after the castle.
Yeah. Let's take Chupa with us, because we need all the firepower we can get, really. If things go sideways.
So if Milo is taking giant owl form, Chupa will ride with Milo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hector and Yaghol and Kiros and Borrowed on griffins.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome sauce.
Alright, let me load that up onto... Bear with me a moment while I grab that all into a map and work out how the hell this works. Sean, do you want to... What animal are you going to try and fly in as?
Well, you probably won't have it, but I would assume that I've seen a seagull at one point.
You're right, I don't have it.
Is he right that you've seen a seagull though?
You have seen a seagull at some point, though, so yes.
So I would turn into a seagull to be extra stealthy. Because, there'd be seagulls.
You can also make a lot of seagull noises that sound laughing.
Try and steal a Fresher's burger on the way back from
Or some ice cream.
somewhere.
Just one of the guys on the ship is just, for some reason, has a bag of chips. And
No longer his bag of chips.
it's my bag of chips now.
What am I missing? I am missing 1 Keros. And 2 Griffins. You can see why I couldn't set this up earlier with all this plan and... Okay, let's bring you over. Let's bring you back slightly, actually. You can go back to about here. Okay, can I get stealth checks from everybody?
Okay.
For you, Milo,
Okay.
that would be a d20 plus 4. For Sean, I'll give you the same roll, but you can make it at advantage because you are a seagull.
Yes!
So what am I rolling, sorry?
1d20 plus 4 with advantage.
I rolled with advantage. Do you want me to roll it again, or just want to...
I'll take the first number.
Yep.
Sorry, stealth checks, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So, roll 1d20 plus 4.
Well done, honey. Well done.
21.
Milo seemed to be very stealthy. Talon, you're fucked.
Whee!
Talon is so
Talon-
stealthy he's not here.
Oh. Okay. Whew. I was worried how my dice were going to play up.
I'll admit, I was
Mine
nervous
dice.
about that one, but...
I'm a perb.
And where's me?
And we landed on the... we landed on the...
You're flying over it at the moment.
Okay.
The tail tentacles are technically underwater. But you are making an approach, and I just need to find Hector's stealth check.
So, we're technically on the stern side. Huh? Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know I didn't Google short ports. I didn't Google it.
I get the feeling he may have Googled it, guys.
I didn't Google the terms and orientation of a boat.
I get the feeling he totally did that thing, guys.
Of ambiguity with the structure of vessels.
So you're leading the way to the forecastle.
Now, so you just read that.
No, I've known that for a while.
His character, pirate.
I'm a sailor.
Sailor.
I'm a sailor.
Sailor, sorry.
As you swoop down on your various winged forms and or mounts, you can see on the forecastle of the Morkoth there are two ballistas on swivel turrets, and 4 members of crew are stationed there looking around, but they don't notice you incoming.
For which we are eternally grateful.
Oh yeah.
So we've technically got advantage on them.
On the aft castle, at the back of the ship, you can also see another 4 crew members with 2 loaded swivel-mounted ballista, as well as a half-orc at the captain's wheel.
Ooh, half-orc.
And as you are approaching, Yaghol just draws a sword. What weapon does Yaghol use? Swords?
No, he's got a sword, but he uses his hammer, his warhammer more to it.
He draws out the warhammer and it just clangs against his armor.
Oh.
And 2 of the cultists just turn and look back and see Yaghol and Hector on the back of a griffin, and they start patting the like tapping at the other guards and swinging the ballista round.
Hector just looks at me with just utter disappointment.
Hector is very disappointed because this is the first time that he's had a stealth check where he wasn't at disadvantage.
You should have come with me. I told you.
Is it that time?
It is time for initiative rolls, please. Let me just
works.
grab up this initiative check and
Open up the initiative
clear
check.
all the tokens.
And
Clickety clackety, you're about to get attackety.
clickety clackety, roll for attackety.
What do I roll for? Should I use my normal?
Oh, come on, that should be an advantage.
What do I roll for my one?
Ooh.
Should I use my
What
normal?
is going on there? That is weird.
Karos, buddy.
Karos.
Something's gone. Hold on.
Karos, my man.
Note to self: initiative style advantage does not work properly. So.
It does. It is rolling 1d20 twice.
But it's adding them together.
No.
It's gone red for some reason.
I just rolled them separately.
It is rolling them twice, and one of them was a 1 each time.
No valid token was ejected.
Okay. But I don't get
John.
So you rolled, on the first roll, you rolled a 6 and a 1.
and a 1. That's fine, but why is it not splitting them out? Why is it adding them together?
It's not. It's adding your initiative to it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Carry on.
So it's 6 plus 1 and
Okay,
1
I'll
plus
take that.
1.
I'll take that first one then. 7. In that case.
And then the second roll you rolled a 1 and a 2. So really, ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
John.
Yes.
I don't
Mine
know how that
says
works.
I don't have a valid token. Oh, never mind. It's
What was your roll?
13.
And then is Yaghol on my list as well? No.
Yeah, I got a 10.
And then let me roll some peeps
You don't
as
need to roll the
well.
you don't need to roll the peeps. That's not.
That's not necessary. That's not necessary.
Oh,
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes, it's
buddy.
necessary.
Sir Hector.
oh,
no.
buddy.
Oh no! Wait. Wait. Oh, that's Chupa. Whew.
That's Chupa. You're okay with that one? Sorry, Milo rolled a 17. Cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm a giant burb.
you're a giant burb.
Giant Barb.
I'm a giant owl burb.
Let's get me some rolls going. Boop. Boop.
John, I don't know if this is on purpose, but I cannot see the ship at all.
Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Why would they do that? That's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
What have they done?
They've put a wall around the ship on the light layer.
Yeah, you can't see any. I can't see any of the ship either. I don't think any of us can see the ship.
Boop.
Oh, never mind. It's gone. There we go.
It's because is it because we're coming from above?
I guess, like, the idea is that you're not meant to look into the ship, but this is all on top of the ship.
But if we were coming from the sea, we
You probably wouldn't see it if you were coming in from the sea, to be fair, yeah.
But we'd see it, yeah. That makes sense.
no, stop rolling those.
This ship is so cool. I think we need to take it.
I'm
It
not
is very
taking this ship. I'm sinking this ship.
Yeah, Yaghal just seems to find every single, like, vessel and conveyance that you come across, and like, I want this one.
It's technology.
The castle is so yes.
I want to take this. Give me their metal. I want their metal.
Fenthwick.
Uh,
As a seagull, you rolled the highest initiative, apparently.
Go, Fedwick.
Go grab their chips.
Yeah, get those chips.
So, how far would I realistically be able to move as a seagull? About
I'm going to say 40 feet.
40 feet. If I can get there. And then I can... So, I'm gonna go up to the kind of this wall. And I'm going to perch
Okay.
here. And... yeah. I can't really do it because I have to use my action to do that, so I'm just going to sit there and bide my time.
Just watch, see what happens. You can look down from this point into the depths of the ship, and there are effectively three floors down. And at the very lowest deck, is a storm giant wrapped in magical chains. His eyes are open and staring blindly up at the sky. It appears that some magic is holding him here.
Fair enough. I shall convey this when I can speak in common.
Next up is Chupa, who is on the back of a giant burb.
Barb.
She is. Burp.
Can Chupa do anything from a distance?
Burning hands.
Not that. Maybe that. How far is the range on that one? 120 feet.
Would she be better off holding her action until she gets closer?
She might be, but is that really what Chupa would do?
You're right.
That's true.
We'd have to
Well,
ask
let's
ourselves.
just quickly take Jennifer and say what would very specific situation.
What does the busty anime tiefling would do?
So she will draw her hand out and fire out 3 blasts of scorching hot fire.
I'm guessing surprise is no longer a thing.
Ooh! Get him!
And it strikes into... God, she can hit 3 people with that, can't she?
With 6 per hit.
So yeah, that's 3 hits. And that's a 7, 9, and an 8. And so that is... one of them just disintegrates into ash and mess. The other two are looking very burnt and unhappy.
Wow.
And Milo.
Okay, I think I'm gonna swoop in.
1 minute, let me find the movement speed of a giant owl.
I got you
60 feet.
60. Yeah.
Ooh, that's wrong.
So, just if I want to get here, is it possible?
It is 60.
Yep, you can get to there.
Right, so I'm just gonna go straight there with the trooper. And I'm assuming I might teleport back to my normal self.
That would be an action, I believe.
And my action was to swoop down.
No, that was your movement.
I'll as my action, I'll just transform back to myself. And it's dark now.
That's because the giant owl had to go away. But if you give me a minute,
So that
I'll
Milo
give you.
Play.
I will give you a Milo who can see things. The giant owl just slooms down. Slooms?
Slooms.
There's a word.
Slooms.
Swoops down onto the deck. And... oh god. Suddenly just transforms into the shape of a halfling. And is now stood on the deck with Chupa next to them. And 3 humans in armor stood around. 2 of them very badly burnt, and 1 half-orc who is just at the wheel of the ship. Is there anything you can do as a bonus action, Tanny?
Let's check see what we've got.
Oh, and also as a bonus action, I'm going to go like this and switch us over to the battle music.
Yeah.
So those enemies can no longer take bonus action because that was a bonus action.
Ooh.
While you're doing that look, I'm going to just quick...
I don't think I've got anything. Will be a natural.
Okie doke.
Will be a bonus. I've got nothing bollocks. But...
so this cultist, whose turn it is now, and who wasn't struck by a searing, flaming beam of fire, spins the mounted ballista round and attempts to fire at Yaghol and Hector's griffin.
No.
Which is that's not the right. A 22 to hit.
Oh no!
Hit what exactly? The griffin?
My baby.
The griffin.
Oh
My poor
no!
baby.
No.
Which does indeed hit.
It
Does
does
some
damage.
damage.
No.
And a giant bolt slams into it for...
I'm hearing like dramatic.
20
Whoa.
points of damage.
Whoa!
As just a... and the mighty, massive ship-mounted crossbow slams into it. And this cultist, who is badly burnt and barely moving, will just spend his entire action slowly reloading the crossbow ballista so that it can be fired again on the next turn. Borrowed.
Take us in. Take us in.
Is it an action to use to like compel Thunderplume forward?
I'm gonna say it's like a mount, so it'll be a move action to make it move its move.
Yeah. Can I do that, please? Can I move it? Just
It can fly. A griffin can fly 80 feet.
fantastic. Can
So-
it get us to the middle of the ship? Or like just like right there?
Yeah, get to there.
Perfect. That would
Get
be
to there.
perfect. Right
As
there
long as
would
I
be
can
fantastic.
jump off and attack things, that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as we can jump off and attack things.
So you can get to
And then-
here.
Yes, that's perfect. And then I'm going to use a very fun spell. A very fun spell called
Fun spell.
Hold
That
Person at 5th level.
Okay, that's a fun spell.
It is a very fun spell.
Oh, it is very.
How many
It does-
targets does that target?
At 5th level, since it is the max level I can currently cast it, it can target 3.
Who were we
Nice.
targeting? All the cultists?
No, the one that fired at demon feathers,
Okay.
and then the other 2 that are about to swivel around and fire.
Okay. That is a wisdom save.
Yes, it is DC 17.
So that's a 14, a 9, and a 17. So one of them makes it. But this guy and this guy do not.
That's fine. Yeah, that works.
So those two that have got a loaded ballista and were aiming it again at demon feathers just freeze on the
Good.
spot.
Then, as my
Nice.
bonus action, I'm going to turn around. Just focus my eye on the captain
Okay.
and sort of ethereal leaves and chains just start to wrap around him as I cast. Well, not cast, but used. Hexblade's curse.
That's a good idea. That's a brilliant idea.
The half orc just looks at you square in the eyes. Yeah, Cole.
Okay, so first we're going to move the griffin around 80 feet, about here. Just up where the upper deck is. Yeah, about there. And then I'm going to cast. So this giant guy, he's like on a lower deck, isn't he?
He's underneath, yes.
Yeah, because I'm going to cast Fireball, and obviously it's a 20-foot radius, so he won't get hurt, will he?
No.
No, but Fenwick won't get hurt either. So that's
Fenwick is out of 20 feet as well,
yeah,
yes.
he's out of 20 feet. Okay, we're going to cast that at the highest level I can do it, on the guys on the far end, at the forecastle. So I'll do it on the middle guy.
Okay, so that would be a level 4 spell.
Level 4 spell, yep, that's right.
Ooh.
And so that would be... Let's get me some... No, I don't need to bother making dex saves, because it don't matter.
half damage, it's going to get them anyway.
There is just a massive explosion at the front of the ship, and
Look at
any
this, look at
any
this.
hope of stealth entrance is gone. The 4 people at the front of the ship are just blasted off of the ship. There's
Nice.
just flames start to take the forecastle, and
They just turn to ashes. So
you know the sort of bits where they get like the stuntmen go flying into the air on fire, and you like
Oh, yeah.
one of them does the Wilhelm scream. It's
So, question because of that, is the ship now on fire?
The ship itself is not on fire, but that whole
Okay.
forecastle is charred.
Okay.
Say hello to Lathander for me. See, Hector, this is why you don't need a god on your side. I have
so-
magic.
You just used a cleric spell, which is derived from your
Guys, shush. Shush.
This cultist is gonna seriously question his life choices that have led him to this point. But he is also not gonna go down without a fight, and is gonna try and swing a scimitar at Chupa. Rolls a 20 to hit, which I think does hit. So Chupa is injured by an attack from a bad guy.
Oh no.
How dare they attack Big Booby Tubby?
So that's that. That's his turn. He attacked with a scimitar. Kyros.
Keros. Okay. First question, and it's the same question. Do I see the metal band in their metal balloon? Because I'd really like to see them at this point.
Roll me a perception check.
9, probably not.
No, you don't. You can start to picture some of their music in your head, but
I can picture some music in my head if it's actually I can actually hear it.
yeah, some song starts up about going to a new land.
Yeah, something about ice and snow.
Yeah, but you
Something
can't
about
see them.
immigration, but yeah, okay. Hearing it is enough. Right, because these two are paralyzed, can I move past them?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to move to here, roar with rage, and trigger my rage, and trigger my storm aura.
Just go get a
Okay.
drink, guys.
And I'm going to use storm aura on this chappy here who has not been damaged.
Okay, so what does he need to do? It's a dex save.
It is a
He
dex
automatically
save
fails
of
it.
15.
That is Chupa's character sheet.
He fails it because he's paralyzed.
He fails it because he's paralyzed, so
He takes 7 damage.
excellent.
And for my next trick, I'm going to reckless attack.
Okay.
So that's my attacks at advantage. And I'm going to attack the guy, the guy behind me. This guy here.
Okay.
So, great attacks at advantage. 22.
Yeah, that'll hit. Apparently you really wanted a 22 on that one.
5 slashing damage. Okay. And because I reduced it into 0, my Great Weapon Master triggers.
Okay.
On my turn, when I can, if I score a critical hit or reduce a creature to 0 HP with one, I can make 1 melee weapon attack as a bonus. I've already used my bonus action, so that probably doesn't count. Never mind. My bonus attack was a raise, but I never mind. I get an extra attack, and I'm going to turn around and eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm going to swing at the captain.
Okay. You aren't at advantage for that one. Oh no, you're reckless.
Reckless.
I was going to say,
Very, very reckless.
don't kill him. We might need him alive.
It's 19.
That is a 19. That'll hit.
15.
Okay.
And I believe that is my turn. So I'm raging. Yes. Okay, we're good.
So on his turn, because it is now the guy at the captain wheel's turn, he is going to swing round at you, Kyros,
Okay,
because you've given him advantage.
that's fine.
And he is going to swing his short sword at you.
I laugh at his short sword.
That is a 22.
That hits.
Oof.
So that is 14. No, wait. 6. Yeah, no, 14
14 slashing damage.
slashing damage.
That reduces down to 7.
Yep. And can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Interesting. Yes, I can. 24.
Okay.
That shouldn't have been advantage, but okay.
You take 15 points of poison damage as you just feel a pulse of poison where his sword hits into you. And then he swings it again for a 23 to hit.
That hits.
This time it's only 6 points of piercing damage.
Still raging.
So you take 3, and then can you make me another Constitution saving throw, please?
10.
That is unfortunately a fail, and so you take 23 points of poison damage as it pulses into you.
Ha ha ha. Oh, ha ha.
And then it is...
Keros will remember this.
And then it is Hector's turn. And what will Hector do? First of all, find Hector's sheet will be what Hector do.
Hector will swoop in and save the day with some healing.
Hector will leap off of the griffin onto the ship and will swing with a long sword at the cultist stood here and will hit and will kill this cultist.
Yay!
Who had 1 hit point left. And then it's time for me to roll some more initiatives.
No.
Yay!
What? What do you mean?
Release the Kraken!
Oh no.
Imagine that.
Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? It'd be super funny.
No, yeah, well, we're on Griffin, so we're all right.
I'm not.
Sorry, this might take me a moment.
Oof.
John's trying to find the Kraken.
Oof. Oof. Ooh. Oh no.
No, we have
Oh,
disturbed the rest of the crew, though.
Yeah, well, I did singe a bit of the wood of the boat, so they might have heard something.
Something. Just something.
I see 20s. I see a 20 and a 19.
Oh no.
Oh.
A 17?
Oh no. No.
I can see lots of them.
How big is the ship? I know it's got a lower deck, but
I have a further question. How many more do you have?
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I was thinking there wasn't going to be that many on the top.
I don't like that
There's going to be
token.
some at the bottom.
Fenwick.
I'm assuming none of these guys are visible, like, because obviously I'm perched up here. Is none of them like are they coming out like below?
You can see that there are 2 cultists stood effectively at the bottom of each of these ladders, who have just whipped round to look up at the explosion happening.
My bad, guys.
You'll see about that, Minister.
I like it.
Right.
But you can't see anybody else from here, no.
I can either fly down and see what I can do about Big Boy down the bottom, because if we can release him, we might at least get someone on our side.
If you can find that is.
Or I could just start opening up on whatever persons I see.
If you stay there and can like try and they poke their heads up.
I can't stay here though because I'm like perched on it. At least I'm assuming this is some sort of like rim that I'm perched on.
Yes.
So I would need to like
Oh.
here by myself.
Are you
And
still a seagull?
I am.
Ah, I see.
The thing is, it'd be better if there are more of us down there to help with Hekaton rather than just me kind of with a little file trying to file him out. So I think it's probably best if I go over here, change back into me, and then what spells do I have that can reach a certain captain that needs to at least be incapacitated at the very minimum. I don't think I have really anything that can reach him because Blight is a 30-foot range.
Ooh.
Fuck it. These guys down at these ladders, can I hit? How far down are they?
That's a good question that they really should give me the distance for. This guy at this ladder will be within blight distance, definitely.
Within like 30 feet?
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast Blight on him.
He regrets this.
I'm going to just cast it at 4th level because fuck it. DC 16 to get half that damage.
Give him a warning shot. It's like, alright, stay in there.
I think he's been very well warned.
I ain't warning shot him.
As you point down and he just disintegrates, he considers himself very warned.
Very warned.
And then I don't think there's anything I can really do as a not my bonus because there's nothing else I can do as spell driver. So I'm going to leave that there.
Okay, it is now Cultist's turn. And a guy just sort of pushes out onto this little balcony beneath you and starts climbing up. And will attack Fenthwick with a scimitar.
As long as it's not a poison scimitar. Because that thing hurts.
That is a 5 to hit you, Sean.
Let me just check quickly. No, doesn't it?
No.
No. Chupa will draw her sword. Will draw her sword.
Draw the sword.
And swing 3 times with it at the guy at the captain's wheel. And will hit twice. And cause 11 and 16, so that is 26? No, 7. John can math.
John can math, apparently, guys.
And then it is Cultist's turn, and this Cultist will do a very similar maneuver. 5, 10, 15, 25, up to here, and will swing at Fenthwick with a 22 to hit this time.
That does hit me.
That is 4 whole points of slashing damage.
Oh no.
What are you gonna do?
I'm dead now.
That's right.
And then Borrowed.
Hello.
Off the side of the ship, off the, let's say this would be the starboard side of the ship, for anybody wanting to be technical, a face and a blue body just surfaces and flings a harpoon at you.
Who the fuck?
That is a 17 to hit you, Borrowed.
That hits me.
You take 12 points of damage as a harpoon stabs you in the side. And then, can you make me a strength check?
Uh-oh.
Yes. Just give me a second. Get my health sorted out. Strength. What now?
Just a strength check.
Oh no. No. Do I just? I'll just click on the strength thing.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Can you also make me a Constitution saving throw?
No.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, huh.
That one's okay. You maintain concentration on hold person, but you are yanked from the griffin, and you just.
How far?
You fly 20 feet closer to the marrow, so 5.
I can't help but notice that'd be near off the boat.
10.
Just a question.
And that's off the boat.
Would I still be within 30 feet of the captain?
Not from here, no. Oh no, yes, you totally are.
Cool. Cool.
More so now.
Even more so because you moved slightly when I was moving you, so there you are.
Excellent.
You just kind of plunge off the griffin into the water, and there's a harpoon in your side tied to a long line of like kelp rope, and a weird blue humanoid fish form bobbing next to the ship.
Slowly raises a middle finger.